People kept telling us to try Evoto, so we finally did, and it changed the way we edit. In this video, we're taking you behind the scenes of a full photo shoot and showing you how we edit the shoot in Evoto from start to finish. But first, we have to start in the studio. Once we got the set up and everything was lit, we connected the camera and used Evoto's tethering software so the images we shot went straight to the computer. That gave us the ability to do some real-time processing and editing as we shot. That shoot was wild, and I am so excited to actually start editing these photos. Just like everything else we do, David and I sort of tag team the editing process, where my focus is on the color, his is on the retouching. So we're gonna jump into Evoto now and walk through how we edit the shoot from start to finish. So the first step with editing any shoot is the culling process. And Evoto has an AI culling tool, so it will literally sort and cull your photos for you. But I really prefer it just to go through and star my favorites because I really like to focus in on the pose and the subtleties within each image. To star your photos in Evoto, you literally just have to push the numbers at the top of the keyboard. So if you want to do 1 star on a photo, you literally just push the number 1, 2 stars is 2, you get it. It usually takes me a couple rounds of culling before I finally end up with the images that I actually want to edit. I definitely like shooting into this corner better than the other corner because of the way these stairs swooped down. And this one I think might be my favorite so far. So I just culled the photos and selected my favorite 5 images. Right now we're in library mode, which was where I was culling the photos, and now we're gonna switch over into the edit mode and actually start color correcting. And whenever I color correct a photo, I kind of just start with working on the general color tone of the whole image and then sort of fine tune. So right now I'm just kind of pulling up the exposure. It felt a little dark to me. Then I'm gonna pull down the highlights a little bit right there. And then I love black. To me, blacks really make photos pop off the screen. And I think that's where a lot of our color correcting really shines, is with the blacks. It's always such a balancing act. And then I'm looking at it, color temperature needs a little bit of adjustment. There you go, adding some magenta because it was feeling kind of green. Okay. And as I'm editing, I am continuously clicking this before and after tab right here. That was how the photo started. That's how it's looking right now. And I love just to kind of continuously look back at that and really make sure that I'm liking the edits that I'm doing and kind of checking in along the way. Okay, so the gist of it's looking pretty good. Now I am going to pull up my saturation. I kind of go a little extreme sometimes with the saturation on the whole image and pull that up a little higher than necessarily looks right. And then I love later to go back and kind of fine tune the saturation levels throughout the image with specific colors and masking. So now I'm gonna jump into the curves of the photo. Again, I'm gonna add some more shadows, add some more darks. And this photo, I know it's looking pretty saturated, a little overdone right now, but now we're about to start tuning it back by adjusting some specific parts of the hue and saturation. So let's dial these yellows back a little bit. It's looking like most of it is actually orange in her face, not so much yellow. So look, we can pull that all the way out. Yeah, there's a lot of orange happening in this photo. So let's pull that orange saturation back a little bit. And then I really want this purple color to pop a little bit more. So let's see if it's more of a magenta, a purple, or a red. Let's just play around and see what we can do. I think it might be red. Yeah, it's red. Okay, so that's really starting to pop, getting somewhere with that, dialing this back. And then let's play with the hue a little bit. And I really just like to experiment with these sliders, see what's really happening and what looks best. And then through playing, you kind of sort of figure out where the image wants to go. I feel like this image does have a little more green than I want in it. So if you pull this yellow slider all the way down towards the more orangey side. That kind of starts to give me a look I like. And then same thing with this one. Play with these reds a little bit. Yeah, ooh, look at that. This one, adjusting the red slider and pulling it a little more towards the pinky magenta area. That is looking much cooler to me. I'm really starting to like how this is looking. Let's just like bring it back to the before and after one more time. Seeing what we think, the original to what we have now. Okay, so we have like a nice starting point for the overall image, but now we can use my favorite features in Evoto, and these are the things that, like, to me, make it such a strong editing tool. It's the masking, the color masking that it allows you to do. It lets you get so specific and really fine-tune subtle things. So you click the masking tab right here, and then you can click the person who's in the photo. And if you have multiple people in an image, all of their faces will pop up. So then you can click entire person, and it auto selects the entire person like super perfectly. So first I am going to just kind of fine tune the skin tone a little bit more. I think that she got a little more highlighty, a little more overexposed. I pull the shadows up just a little bit, pull the highlights down, little black to help her like really pop off the background. I'm going to pull out a little orange saturation just off of our model B herself, because I want that gold in the background to pop, but I think her skin tone is still looking like a little too orange. We have the overall mask on our model B done, but now I want to dive into specific areas, starting with the lips. So you go to create a mask, and then you can literally choose exactly what part of the body you want the mask on. You can do all skin, just the face. Oh no, just the facial skin. There's so many choices in here. But okay, so I'm gonna start with the lips. I'm gonna create a mask. Great, okay. So her lips right now are kind of like a more of a reddishy pink, and I wanna make it more of this like kind of purpley pink. So let's try the magenta one. If we pull this back. Nope, okay, not that one. It's the reds, has to be the reds. Yeah, look at that, okay. So if you just shift the red slider towards magenta, there you go, you start to get that color to match. I'm pretty happy with how the masking on our model is looking, but now we can do a mask on the background itself. Click the background right there, and then you get a mask. I want to pull a little more saturation, a little more yellow into the background, really make the colors pop. So I'm gonna start just by pulling up the saturation of the whole thing a little bit, great. And then let's add a little magenta in and just like really get these background colors fine-tuned. I am loving how this looks. It feels very well balanced. So we got this photo from here to here. The color looks so much better. And then what is amazing about Evoto is all those specific masks I did on the background, on B's lips, I can sync them across all of these images, so I don't have to repeat the masking every time. But before we do the syncing across all the photos, David is gonna jump in and do the retouching, and then all the pictures are really going to come to life.
I'm gonna start the touch-up process now. So basically, you click on this face, and you have so many tools, so many retouching tools, and I just start at the top and work my way down. I found the trick with this is to not overdo things. So what I tend to do is pull things up and then I slide them back. All right, we have a little bit of shine, so let's remove the shine. So I'm gonna move up the dark circles and remove the little bags. Oh, look at that, it just popped away. Eye bag tool is really great as well. Did a little too much, so I'm just gonna kind of lower this down a little bit. And then we have a bit of the wrinkles in the lips, bring those down. The double chin tool is really awesome. It basically just adds a shadow underneath the neck. Remove forehead wrinkles a little bit, because why not? It has all the wrinkle tools of the 11 lines, eye wrinkles. All right, so now let's move to the body. Body blemish tool is so awesome. Are you ready for it? Bam, smoothed out, no blemishes whatsoever, I will pull it back just a little bit. Skin retouching does like all the classic burn, dodge. You can even contour face. Dodge burn tool, just a little bit, just to fill in the unevenness. I really like this AI Unify face complexion. So I think it just basically takes the skin tone and tries to make it unified as a singular color. So I'm gonna pull that up a little bit. Next, let's go into makeup. Let's add a little contour in to the cheekbones, little highlights too, just to give a little dimension to the face. All right, eye makeup, let's punch it just a little bit. It adds like a bit of like mascara look to it. So the hair, this is one of my favorite tools of this because the model's hair is a little frizzy and I want to kind of tame it a bit, and it just does it for you. You don't have to sit there with the tool and stamp it out. Bam. It's completely like tamed. Evoto also has a healing tool. So it's basically a spot healing tool. I can go in, touch things up. And the cool part about Evoto is now that we have done all the retouching, we can sync it across as many photos as we want and it remembers everything. So let's try that. Select them all, press sync. Let's sync it. And just so you can see, let's just go look at another photograph, right? It's retouched. Every little movement we did, it has retouched. So like you literally only have to retouch a photo once and then sync it across. It speeds up your workflow so much.
Yeah, Evoto is a seriously amazing tool for photographers. It has sped up our workflow so much by having the ability to have the retouching go across multiple images all at once, and to do such specific color masks that carry through all the batch edits. So wedding photographers, you need to try this. It will make your life so much better. There is a link in the description if you want to try Evoto for free and get 15 credits. And you can also sign up and get 15% off a yearly subscription with the code JADA15 or 20% off the pay-as-you-go option. So links are in the description. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.